So I want to welcome every one of you to today's design review, and I really appreciate those of you who sent your designs for me, your portfolio for me to review. All right, so I have my very first portfolio here, and I have Bubble Surpass Your Limits. Okay, and this is coming from Ola Tubosun Samuel, and I like the cover of Samuel. Simple and simple and unique. I like the cover; it's beautiful. And then we now have graphic design portfolio, beautiful. And I have Samuel's profile here. The layout is somehow, all right. And I think you need to work more on your layout because everything looks too short. Everything is too close to each other. And I also noticed that you did not end your paragraph with full stop. Um, as creatives, part of what employers always check is if we understand what we are doing. And part of what makes us a good creative person is when we are good at avoiding errors. There's a layout is also important where arranging your profile is concerned. The way you place the information, your information here is also very, very, very important. So you need to work on that. And I expect to see your picture here because your profile is like you. It's like your portfolio, excuse me, is like you telling people who you are. And part of how you let people know who you are is when you add your picture to your profile. All right. So please remember to do that when maybe after this design review, include your picture. Okay. You did not include the applications that you use here. That is also important. All right. You need to include the applications you use. So these are your designs. Okay, so I'm going to stop here because I notice your slides share the same, style. All right. So what I'm going to say to you is, please don't just put designs on your portfolio without letting people know what exactly inspired the design. All right. And as creatives, we are storytellers, all right? And aside from the fact that we use still image to tell story, we also use our description, the purpose of the design, the goal of the design, the message behind the concept as part of the story we tell our audience. And this is very important when designing portfolio because these are things that organization check to know if truly you understand what you're doing. When you don't do this, they will look at you like you just put things together and then you want them to just employ you. No, so you need to learn to say something about each of your design and avoid putting designs like this. All right, please, avoid doing this. Okay, space is another way of making design portfolio look interesting. Allow room for your content to breathe. When your content is breathing, it makes your design look mature and it makes it look attractive. So please allow space on your design. All right. I noticed you made the same move here. No description, no goal. So I'm gonna say please go back and work on this. All right. So let's go to Peter Ogumala's portfolio. All right. So you can see Peter's face here. Beautiful. And then we have Peter's name here. So this is Peter's profile. The profile is short and simple, but this is not strong enough for your portfolio. Okay. Aside from the fact that you want your target audience, your target organization to know your goal and what to expect on your portfolio, you also need to let them know how good you are. All right. Yes, I know you're going to put designs on your portfolio, but you need to let them know your the way you work, what you like doing, the applications you use, your work experience. These are things that they need to see on your portfolio. Okay, so I have art direction here, and we have designs without description. All right. Now, listen, guys. I know so many of us always make this mistake of putting designs from top brands on our portfolio. See, most organizations don't care about you putting the top brands on your portfolio. Yes, some of them like it when they respect you for it, but what they really want to see is the purpose, the reason why we have the design, the reason why the design exists. So these are the things they will read and then check if the connection between the description and the design work well. Okay, so when this is missing, it's going to make your portfolio not successful. Okay, so I think I have the same issue here with your design, and same thing here. And also, another thing I notice here, Peter, is your design layout also is important, right? I noticed on your designs here, you made the information, the content too close to each other. Please allow room for your content to breathe. Now, if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm going to start with the way you play with the dates here. Look at the way the time and the date are too close to each other. You need to allow space between them. Space is very important in your design. And I noticed you made the same mistake here also. And another thing I want you to know again is please avoid putting designs that share similar layouts next to each other on your design portfolio, because when you put designs that share the same layout on your portfolio, the message you're trying to say or you're trying to pass to the organization is that you are not really good at coming up with design layouts. All right, so try playing with different layouts so as to, in fact, when you post designs with different layouts on your portfolio, it makes the portfolio look interesting. It makes it look entertaining. I'm sure you've never watched movies where the first scene of the movie, you see the actor and the actress perform the same move, and then on the second scene, the same move again. In fact, when you see that in movies, you are not going to find the movie interesting. And the same thing is what you should apply when designing your portfolio. Okay, and I notice you did the same move here. Now, you can do this if the message on the design is, or maybe the brand is saying, okay, we want you to maintain this layout for every of our design. All right. But if that is not what they ask you to do, I see no reason why you should make the move. And the reason why and how I got to know that the organization did not ask you to make this move is the way you played with these these three designs here. You notice that this is different from this, and this is different from this. In fact, the space we have here is different from the space we have here. So please try work on putting designs with different layouts on your portfolio, right? For description, I'm going to say no to this. All right. Now I'm going to share how you are going to come up with description for your portfolio or for your designs, for designs that you are putting on your portfolio after reviewing the portfolios. Okay. So I'm going to advise you to sign out. All right. So the same move, and we have branding, blah 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 blah. So in order not for us to waste time on this, I'm not going to get to the end. Okay, I'm even close to the end anyway. So, but and again, please avoid this. All right. I know you're trying to make the portfolio interactive, but please don't make your link too dark or make it blend with the color of your background. Okay, so let's go to the third portfolio design. I have this is coming from Samuel on Monitor, right? And I have about Samuel on the cover. Now, Samuel, please next time avoid putting your bio on your cover. All right, your cover should serve as what you're going to use to create suspense. All right. That's why you see that when you buy a book, you realize that they don't put the introduction of the book on the cover. All right. So please don't put your bio So I'm going to read Samuel's profile here. It says, "Hi, I'm Samuel J. Omidson. I am a multidisciplinary designer from Nigeria with a focus on brand design. Welcome to my portfolio. I have about 4 years working experience freelancing in-house and in a creative agency as a visual designer, brand designer, and video editor. This document is a portfolio of some of the design project I've worked on. Okay, so someone is already telling us what to expect in his portfolio. So for you to put this on your bio, I expect to see more of brand design, all right, and I'm also supposed to see little of video project, okay, because your portfolio tells people what to expect in your your bio, excuse me, tell your employer what to expect in your portfolio. So what you put on your bio matters a lot. When they see that those things you put in your bio are missing in your slide or on your slide, they will look at you like you still don't understand the connection part. There's something called unity, like what I always say to you guys, something called unity in graphic design. The way you put content together on your portfolio, the way you put your bio with the content you put on your slide also matters. All right, so there should be unity. So if I have someone saying he's a visual designer, brand designer, and video editor, it means if I'm going to check someone's portfolio, I should see something that shows visual design, brand design, and video project. Okay, so then I'm going to scroll down. I have work experience here, visual designer, Google Health, blah blah blah, and design consultant, and so on. So this is someone's working experience, and then we have softwares here, which is Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects. There should be space between After and Effect, and then we have Filmora. All right, so this is in Google's project here. This is for Google. So someone says here that Google Health is a telehealth company that offers mental health therapy and support to users regardless of their location. I designed a brand logo and also implemented a few visual applications for the brand to make up the visual brand identity. Okay, so so Samuel, you're talking about the brand logo here. So I expect to see this here, right? Because you're talking about brand, so you see this here, and you should explain. It should be constant. Should be the way you draw the logo, all right? So you should have that here, or the message behind why you come up with this simple logo for them, all right? So I'm going to scroll down to my next slide here, and these are social media designs, and so Samuel, you also need to explain why the social media campaigns, the social media design. Even if you can't explain each of the designs, you explain the goal of each of those slides. And I notice here that we have different designs from the organization, so you should be able to explain each of the designs. Now, it's not compulsory you put all the designs that you did for the client on your portfolio. No, it is just 2 or 3 that you can explain the purpose or the concept behind the design. It's enough. Okay, so then I'll go to my next slide here that says online hacks. All right, so online hacks, no description. Please try and put description portfolio. And another thing again is, I notice here that your designs here are not really sharp. So Samuel, please work on exporting your design in such a way that it will be sharp. So our advice whenever you're working on designs for social media, use 72 DPI, all right? 72, make your resolution 72, so that by the time you export it, the quality will still be nice. Most time, whenever we find ourselves having this blurry look on our designs, is when we use is that when we use less uh, resolution, or we use small frame size. So please work on using the right frame size. And then also, if this is talking about online ads, you should be able to tell us where each of these uh, arts were used, because I realized that each of the artworks share different sizes. All right, because most of all these organizations don't, some of them don't know where to place their art. So when you let them know where each of the arts were used, you've also helped them by letting them know that if they want to use the same platform, you know how to play with the right size for the platform that they want to use. All right, so please let them know where to use. And then also, your designs here are not well aligned. Alignment is very important where graphic design is concerned. All right, please work on making your information aligned. And then another thing again is play with the way, because I noticed all this information shared in different sizes. So if you're even want to put them together, position them in such a way that it will everything will balance and it will look simple and calm, right? So work on that next time. Okay. So we have merge and souvenirs. Okay. So the same tool. Let's know why we have this. All right. Because I know here this is another design from SVF Africa, and says SVF Southwest Village Firm Africa is a pioneer acted an investment organization that empowers small-scale farmers with innovative tools and methods. I believe this should be methods, right? Across Africa. So there's a typo here, so we need to watch out for that. So I created a brand identity and visual applications for SVG Africa because their farmer identity logo did not capture the essence of the brand, thereby not making the brand resonate properly with the target audience. So what did you do, Samuel? Right? How, because you said here that the logo they had before did not really connect well. So you have to be able to break how you solve the making your own version of the or the redesigned version of the logo work for them. All right. So these are simple things that when you don't put them on your portfolio, most organization will think you don't know what you are doing. Okay, so I have visual application here. And another thing again is I'm going to say to you guys is whenever you are placing content, like the way we have it here on Samuel's portfolio, please try and play with scale. All right, making the content have different variation is another way you can make your portfolio page look interesting. Okay, so don't just make them share the same size like this. Play with variation, all right? And it will help the look of your slide. And then I have social media designs here, but no description on why we have this design. Anyway, I can still go with this, all right? I can still go with this, but please just, this is still okay, but just say the purpose of their social media design, because I'm sure before they ask you to work on their social media designs, I'm sure there are things they will tell you that they are looking at. There are some target people that they are looking at and how they want you to come up with designs that will capture the attention of those people. So those are the things you need to put down when presenting your social media design. Okay. All right. So this is WG, and it says World Glam Brand Identity Design. It said World Glam is a Nigerian beauty brand that focuses on beauty and everything that makes women beautiful. The brand was vetted as a result of, so like I said, this should be here. All right. And then said I designed a visual brand identity for the brand that that to the benefits the brand's personality and also resonate well with the brand's target audience. Um, okay. So please, in order for me not to repeat the same thing I'm saying again, I'm only going to go straight to the next thing, which is avoid overlapping content like this. This is not professional, alright? And also avoid this type of mop-up. And social media designs still the same concept that they very for the other social media designs we did. Right? So what is this? Bell's food. Bell's food is a brand made for delivering food health to people by producing health food products, thereby fostering daily healthy living. Right? So I designed a logo that fits the brand object. So when you design a logo that fits the brand objects, please explain how you achieve this. All right. Like I always say that most organizations want someone that they can trust. Like when they employ you, they can go to bed and lie down, have that strong faith that our designer is going to solve our design goals for us. So please help your employers. All right. So I'm almost getting to the end of it. So e-flyers, we have here, okay, flyers, beautiful, nice layout, but please explain why we have this, because this is coming from different. So let's go straight to the next design, which is this. So this is coming from Moses Austin, and so Moses is telling us here that he likes playing with type a lot, and that's the reason why he did this. So let's see what Moses has for us. Okay, so I have about me here, highly creative and multi-talented graphic designer with extensive experience in multimedia, marketing and print design, exceptional collaborative and interpersonal skills, dynamic team player with well-developed written and verbal communication abilities, highly skilled in client and vendor relations and negotiations, talented at building and maintaining win-win partnerships, passionate and inventive creator of innovative marketing strategies, campaigns, accustomed to performing in deadline-driven environments with an emphasis on working within budget requirements. Very nice. Okay, so please, I mentioned this on the uh, previous portfolio. Please, this space here, please try work on them. So if you want to take them out, allow tracking. All right, add tracking to the text frame. I believe if you do that, it will reduce this. Okay, is either you add tracking or you reduce the tracking. All right, and it will help you with taking out all this space. Okay, so we have prints, brochures, and newsletters, packaging, signage for brand design, logos, and business card, poster, blah blah blah, digital design, banner art, blog, media. So these are the things that Moses can do. And then we have his profile here. His name is Moses. His address, hobbies, skills, details, education, experience. Right? Experience. Okay. All right. So I'm an Adobe guy. So I have Photoshop, After Effects, Corel Draw, and AI, which is Illustrator. Beautiful. And we have my brand services. We have visual identity for artists, design for corporates, design for social media, and then we have different information on that. Now, this layout is beautiful. All right, Moses. The layout here is nice. I like this. And then we have let's get creative. Beautiful. And then we have my business is making your business look good. So I'm going to say something here, Moses. Please avoid the use of playing with too many types on your portfolio. All right? You don't do that. Limit the use of type the way you limit the use of color on your slides. Okay, so please work on that. All right, so we have logos here. We have different logos. Now, guys, when you put logos like this on your portfolio, you are presenting yourself as an agency. It's only agencies that do this, that they put different organization logo on their portfolio. Send our portfolio out is for our employers to know that we are good with what we do. And part of how we do that is we telling stories. We explaining why we have those content, those designs on our portfolio. So don't do this, all right? It's agency, I would have to say. So please don't present yourself as an agency, all right? So explain your logos, okay? So we have the same logos here. I don't know why we picked the same logos anyway. So then we have showcase, packaging design, then have here that there will be Graham Organic is a product for the skin, certified organic, vegan, and cruelty free. 30 ml/2 blah blah blah. Gives the skin a wonderful glow with a rejuvenated feel and also a great addition to your skin range. And then the concept behind the identity was to use portray a sleek identity that strikes attention on sight. I like this. All right, this is beautiful, Moses. So, but next time, man, let's have something that says the goal before you put it. Just say the goal. So we now have the concept behind this. Is you understand what I'm saying? So let's so as to just make your project look more organized. Okay. So so protect the state. All right, this is good, Moses. And then please, your mock up here, Moses, try and work on your shadow, okay? Because the shadow here is not balanced. It's looking like this is just cut and paste here. So, and then also we have the same issue here, so you have to work on that. All right. Okay, so music event branding. Please let's have why we have to design this. And you need to know okay the age range of the target people, and then what the event is about. Okay, okay, and then the way your layout is here, please try and see how you can change it. Okay, all right. So let's go to flyer designs. So please, Moses, don't rotate your flyer this way. All right, because rotating it this way, your employer may want to read the information on it. Are you expecting the person to on this is our screen or bend is there? So please work on that. Okay, and then also explain why we have this. All right, put like the way we did with the train. Let's have why the goal and then how you were able to solve the problem. Okay, let's have it in the portfolio. Okay, same issue here. The description. Now, guys, the description is very, very important. Don't joke with it. So we have company profile design. Then we have different profile designs here. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. And most time, why we do this as creative is when we are tired of laying elements on our portfolio. When we are tired of placing design in your portfolio, stop and then continue when you know you are ready, like your body is ready to start putting content in your portfolio again. Okay, so don't do that. All right, so we have what else again? Here the same thing. So printing project, we have billboards, and again, Moses, please avoid squeezing pictures. Stop distorting images. All right, these are simple things that may make your employer look at you like, oh, this person. Because most of the people that check our portfolio, some of them are not designers, but they know when they see a good design. Okay, so please help your employer, right? So please don't don't spoil the group of pictures. All right. So the same issue here, and then also avoid the use of blur image on your design. It's not professional. Okay, avoid it. In fact, blur images always affect the beauty of designs. When you use pictures that are not sharp, they always make design look. They always make something like make it look like something is wrong. All right. So please don't do it. Okay. So these are beautiful mock-ups, but you need to explain why we have them. All right. So social media campaigns. So we have here that social media, and then we have social media campaign across multiple digital media platforms for T, blah, 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 blah. So please explain why we have them. And then your layout. Yes, I noticed that your layout is not on. Layout is also important where designing portfolios concerned, because in fact, the portfolio is enough for people to know you are a good creative person. Because if let's say you're not working for a design agency, if you're working for, let's say, a bank, or you're working for any corporate organization, there are times when they will ask you to design their annual report or ask you to design their profile. If your own profile is not looking attractive, like your layout is not okay, in fact, they will immediately know that no, if they ask you to work on their profile for them, the layout of that profile is not going to be successful. So your layout is very important where when working on your portfolio design. All right, everything has to balance. You have to, the space has to be equal. Okay, and then we have the same information here. So work on your layout. All right. So let's see. This is still social media design. Now you see now the space between these guys here not equal, so you need to work on that. Okay? It will do you good if you can rework this and send it back. Alright? Rework it and send it back so I can tell you what you need to work on. Because most time when we don't do this well, we will end up noticing that when we send our portfolio out, we don't get calls or get mails from the organization that we sent it to. The reason why most of the time why they don't do that is because they've seen that you are not really up to the task of what they are looking for. Okay, so please, you need to work on that. And any organization that employ you with this your layout not looking professional, trust me, they are employing you because they don't want to pay you people. And that's why you see them paying you less. They pay you what they know, what they think is okay for your standard. All right. And when they pay you like that, in fact, they will even be the one telling you what to do, like do the design this way, make it go this way, put something, because they've seen your portfolio. So please make your portfolio look presentable so that by the time you are working for them, they trust you and they pay you well. All right. So I like the way you do your layout here. Please, Moses, I will appreciate if you can work this and send it back. Guys, I'm going to say this again. We are storytellers. Part of how we do this is to use still image. But also, if we really want people to trust us, to believe in us, where coming up with good design is concerned, we should be able to let them understand the reason why we have those designs. And you can't come up with this yourself. All right. There are times you can do this yourself, but most time, in order to make this more easier for you to create, ask the client the right question. Ask them, what is the goal of this design? Why are we doing this design? That's why every one of you must have a questionnaire. Even if you're working for a brand, or you're working for any organization, you're supposed to have a questionnaire. Let them fill the questionnaire so that by the time you are trying to place their project on your portfolio, you have something to put down. So the background of because there's a part called the background, which is the purpose, what inspired the project. That background part is what you put in your portfolio. And then the goal, which you ask them, is what you're going to put on the goal part in your portfolio. All right, you see that the organization or the client is already doing the job for you. Okay, so make sure you ask the right questions so that you can have something to put in your portfolio. All right, so we're going to stop here.